Hi Flosstube, it's Liz, the in-hand stitcher. It's been a while. I'm back again. It seems to be my normal routine is about October, November, December, January, 3 months. I finally had a few minutes to myself. My husband took the kids out to buy some snow supplies. It's supposed to get 3 to 5 inches tonight of snow. We haven't had snow in a couple years, so they had all grown out of their things. They needed boots and gloves and all that. So they went out to get some of that tonight, and that left me here. It's been a while. Glad to be back filming with you. Whew. Always nervous at the beginning of these things. I'm never exactly sure what I'm gonna say or what's gonna come out of my mouth. How was your Thanksgiving? How was your Christmas? How was your New Year's? It's been, sorry, I had to see if my husband and kids were coming back. It wasn't them. Okay. We had good holidays. We had a bunch of family over for Thanksgiving. I always do the turkey and have my husband's whole side of the family over for Thanksgiving. And then for Christmas, we split the day between my side of the family and his side of the family. So it was busy. It was fun. New Year's, we stayed up late and played games with some friends. So we've had a lot of fun lately. Trying to remember what had happened from the last time I filmed. My daughter had surgery on her arm. I think that had already happened. I think I've already talked about that last time, but she had her arm broken and had to have some pins put in place to set the bones, and so that's all come out since then, and she's back to normal and using it, and everything's okay with that. Yeah, trying to remember. I'll think of things I wanted to say later. Well, let's get on to the stitching. That's why we're here, right? I have one finish, one new start, and a whole pile of whips. So let's get into this. And I actually stitched on a bunch of my favorite whips. So I've got some big ones to show you. I'll start with my finish. I finished this year, so I have my first finish of the new year. Da-da-da. Colonial Dry Goods. This is one that I am happy to have finished. It seemed to be lingering on longer than it needed to. I'm not sure what this fabric is. I started it so long ago I didn't keep track of what it was on. I think it's a 32 count. I stitched 2 over 2. This might be, no, I don't think it's picture this plus, but it might be. Okay, it really, it's hard to see this white on that blue-gray color, so blends in a little bit. Oh well, it's done. No, I'm not gonna put that there because then you'll have to look at it the whole time. I'll stash over there. All right, my first new start of the new year. I didn't start this on New Year's. I started it probably the first week of New Year's, maybe the 5th or the 6th. So this is At Home by Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. And I got a good start on it. I would have stitched till I finished the page, but I ran out of oilcloth or palomino, one or the other. I don't remember. No, that's not true. There were a few colors I didn't have. Like in the middles of these flowers, I didn't have that color. and the middle of the trees, I didn't have this guacamole color, and so it was bugging me having to skip around and not complete whole rows. I couldn't mark them off as complete because I had to skip colors, and I was tired of that, so I put it away and moved on. I want to show you what I'm doing this year for my yearly focus piece. It's different this year. The last 2 years I had picked a really big project to have a New Year New Start on, and then each month I would complete a page. The one year I did Abe Lincoln, which I'll bring out later, and then last year I did a Heaven and Earth Designs, which I will show you soon as well. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to pick another huge project to start and devote the whole year to that one project again, or if I wanted to do something different. So it came to New Year's and I still wasn't sure. So I decided to just pick one of my whips and really focus on it. So I've been completing a page on my focus whip and then picking up another project, working on it either to a page completion or until I was ready to be done. And then I went back to my focus whip to complete another page on it. So doing that, so far I have finished almost 2 pages on my focus whip, but this is the one that I ran out of, I think, Palomino, and that should be coming soon so I can pick this back up again. I am focusing on Charlotte Griffith's Little Robin designs. So last time I showed you I had all the top done, some of the rows, some of this rows I think. Is that right? Did I have all the rows? I might have had all the rows. I didn't have the bird done or anything. All of this is new. A lot of this is new. So I've completed 2.5 pages just this month. And it's looking pretty good. I like the bird. I love the colors in the border. I think that's why I bought this pattern, was because the colors in the border, that pink and yellow, and the red, pink, yellow. And I also liked the, I liked the words, I liked what it said, but I also liked the font. So hopefully this will be finished pretty soon. I would guess before the end of February. And then I'll pick another project as my focus, and I'll kind of get through some of my larger pieces that way. I'm not sure what I'm gonna pick next. I'll just wait until I'm done with this, and then I'll see what sounds right. So there's my yearly focus, Charlotte Griffith's. And here is last year's yearly focus piece. This is my Heaven and Earth Designs. As the Leaves Turn, artwork by Jane Wooster Scott. I just remembered I haven't told you fabric. Let's go back to At Home. I'm sorry, we're going backwards. At Home, 36 count, Milk and Honey or Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. I think it's Milk and Honey. Fiber on a Whim, 1/2. And Charlotte Griffith's is on 40 count, 1/2. I don't know the fabric. I'm gonna guess it's a Picture This Plus because it's kind of a tighter weave, but I don't know for sure. That's the theme of my Flosstube, is I don't know for sure what the fabric is, and that's the story for most of them. All right, back to Heaven and Earth Designs, As the Leaves Turn. This is on a 25 count, easy count Lugana, 1/1. Ooh. This one has really surprised me how much I enjoy working on it. I didn't know if I would like working on such a big full coverage. I never really thought that I would be a Heaven and Earth type of person. However, this is really hard for me not to pull out often. And actually, this is what I'm working on right now. So I did a page every single month last year. They're large print pages, so it's not quite a normal Heaven and Earth design size page, but it's still quite a bit of stitching. So this is 12 pages plus some extra. I pulled it out again to work on in between my Charlotte Griffiths page. And I've been working on this section in here. Forgive my rat's nest tangle. But the colors in this are so satisfying to stitch. You get every single color to work on, and when you're tired of switching colors, you get a big old roof to stitch on. This whole thing's black, so you get a bit of everything in here. You get confetti. Up here, there's like 5 colors maybe, so it's not really confetti. You can just pick up some blue and go. In here is heavy confetti. You get blocks. So it's really got a bit of everything, and it's really fun. That was a surprise for me. Oh, and this thing is filthy. You can't tell, but the fabric on this right here is not the same color as the fabric back here because I've been holding it for a whole year. So it's gonna need a bath. Has to soak anyway to get rid of those grid lines, so not too worried about it. All right, on to another biggie, but I don't have as much on this one done. I have Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. I have the top row finished and the first page on the second row. So this is where I've been working. This is where I got some work done. And this is on 40 count. I don't know what the fabric is other than that it's 40 count. 1/2 with a silk that I got from a Chinese Etsy store. So I'm not really sure what the quality is on it, but the stitch is okay. I do find it's really slippery. The thread's really slippery, so I have to be careful on the back to pull them tight, and I have to go through and tighten them once in a while. So that's kind of annoying, but it's okay. Okay, another one of my favorites. This is Heartstrings Samplery. His Eyes on the Sparrow. 36 count, Dapple Brown, Extra Designs, 1/2. Oh, this is not even gonna fit. Back. Ooh, scared the dog. Back up a little. There we go. It's a big one, and I have just a corner and along the bottom to finish. I do find myself a little bit, I'm not stuck on this one yet, but Well, first of all, I have to figure out what I'm gonna put in the cartouche. Maybe my last name. Maybe a phrase over one. And then also, there's an Adam and Eve at the bottom under the tree. And I don't love naked Adam and Eves. It's probably an unpopular opinion, but it just feels uncomfy to me. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about the Adam and Eves. I might just repeat an animal down there, or maybe I'll have a change of mind and put Adam and Eve in there the way they're charted, or on the pattern I've kind of like traced out fig leaf clothes for them, so maybe I'll do that. I don't know. They're dressed. God gave them clothes. Why should we take them back off? I don't know. That's probably doesn't make any sense, but next. I have Honest Abe's Sampler by Twin Peak Primitives. 36 count, 1/2. I don't know the fabric. I think it's an XG Designs. Fairly certain it's an XG Designs, but I don't know the color. This was my yearly focus 2 years ago, so before the Heaven and Earths. So this has more than 12 pages completed on it. Another big one. Will it all show? There we go, kind of. So I have a huge piece of fabric for this, and I do not need all of that. So soon I'll get to trim all that off, get this to the right size. I can kind of see through the fabric where I'm oriented. Okay, where did I work? I did this right in here, and I worked a bit more on his coat. I finished the words right there. Oh, going the wrong way. It says, I walk slowly but never walk backward. I'm not sure what to, but if I don't know if I'm going to do something with her dress. It does blend a bit. You can see it, but especially that top blends in with the fabric. So I might outline it, or maybe I'll just let it go. We'll see. I like working on this one. I worked on it some when my husband and I went to Gettysburg last year. I know I told you this before. I worked on Abe's head, his hat, when we were in Gettysburg last year. Next, I have Plum Street Samplers, Live on Little. This will be a contender for a focus, but it does have a lot of kind of full coverage stitching at the bottom that I haven't gotten to yet. So I don't know if I'm gonna commit to this one or not. We'll see. So I have all the words done at the top. Started on the hill. I started on is that a bird? No, started on the top of the church. I like the border on this one. Feels kind of frilly. I like it. This one I'll show you all of this, it's really thick full coverage stitching, which I'm not afraid of. Obviously I like stitching, I like full coverage, that's fine. There's a mermaid there I'll probably take out and maybe just put another fish there. Okay, another big one. Hawk Run, Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, 40 count over 1. I didn't tell you. This is 40 count over 1. I don't know what it is though. It's not Steinbeck. I don't know. 40 count over 1 for Live on Little. 40 count over 1, Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm only doing up to this row that I've got. I'm not doing the bottom row. I'm leaving it as a 9 block. So just a little bit left to finish this. I think there's a church to finish. And I'll have this completed. I'm sure this will get done by the end of the year. I say now. Don't hold me to that. Listen by Doreen Jones. So let me show you. This came out of a magazine. Just Cross Stitch, October 2018. She has it finished as a soft wall hanging. And here's where I'm at. I've got down to about here. Well, this is all complete. Got a bit more to do down in here. Got kind of tired of working on that swirly, windy stuff. So I went down to the bottom to work on some of the pumpkins and the squirrels. I don't know what this fabric is. It's either thyme or sage. I think it's a 28 count, but the weave is so loose and the fabric is crunchy and the holes are big. It's not the best fabric. It doesn't make for a very pleasant in-hand experience. But it looks pretty cool. And just 2 more. I wanted to get this update done before I filmed a whip parade. I want to film my end of year, beginning of year whip parade, and I needed to get this update done first. Aloe by Stitchline on Etsy. Pretty sure that shop isn't open anymore. My kids like this one. They still comment on it every time I pull it out. I think they do that now because I said on Flosstube that they comment on it. So now they do it just because I said that. But they do like this one, and I don't blame them. It looks pretty cool, especially the farther away you get. Oh, it's really focused in on this part and then kind of fades into the background. I can't work on this one for very long at a time. This has been a whip since maybe like 2017, and I can do a little bit here and there. Then I have to put it away. Last whip. Actually, I'm not sure that I'm not sure I actually worked on this one. Olga's Autumn Stocking. I pulled it out to work on, but I think I was missing a thread, and then I set it with my other whips and didn't actually work on it, but I'll show it to you anyway. Let's compare what's left. So you can see there's some heavy toe action in there to stitch up a whole pumpkin there. Most of this pumpkin still needs done. This is Weeks straw, 2/2. Is it a 36 or a 32? I could believe either one. I'm gonna say it's, I don't know. I'm gonna say it's 36. Could be 32. I have to learn how to make a stocking. I've been using a new hashtag on Instagram. I've been trying to put up a picture every day with what I'm working on. Mostly just for me, because I want to see, you know, day to day how much progress I'm getting, and I'm using the hashtag today I'm stitching, and then I just show a quick snapshot sometime during that day when I have it out of what I'm working on. So if you'd like to use that as well, you're more than welcome to join me with hashtag today I'm stitching. I'm not gonna promise to do that all year, just until I get tired of it. So could be all year, could be another week, and then we'll see. I don't know. I wanted to show you, this is my Midori. It's not a journal, but I kind of use it as my stitching journal. It's just a notebook. It's a dot grid notebook. And I started my new year on it, 2024. My whip list for where I'm starting the year off. I might be missing something on this. I thought of another project that I didn't remember writing on this, so I might have to make a change to it. So the way I'm working this year, I'm kind of just starting at the top. Colonial Dry Goods, I finished that. Then I worked on Charlotte Griffiths. Then I pulled out As the Leaves Turn. And then I'm gonna work on Charlotte Griffiths. And then I'm gonna go down here and work on the next one and just work my way through my whip list. Down here I have my 2024 whips, just the one so far, and then I highlight when I finished. I've got 33 at the moment that I have written down, and then on the next page I just have my new starts on one side, my finishes on the other side. I did this last year, and as long as I recorded everything that actually happened, I had 13 new starts and 13 finishes. So that's not too bad, and two of my new starts are highlighted, so that means I finished them. So 13 and 13, that's a 1 for 1, so that's fine with me. It's not growing. My my number of whips doesn't bother me too much, but you can always whip it down a little bit. So get rid of a few of the lingering older ones and refresh with some new things. Did I have anything else I wanted to talk about? It's pretty short, only half an hour. I thought it would be longer since I had so much to show you, but I'm really not feeling too chatty tonight, so just a shorter video, I guess, unless I can think of something else to talk about. I got a new haircut yesterday. I just got so sick of it. I couldn't do the length anymore. It was, I think I got like 18 inches cut off, and it was so dead and so split. And so now it feels so nice and soft. Last time I had it cut, we still had to wear masks in the salon. So I was overdue. I'm glad that's done. Anyway, I am going to soon film a whip parade and possibly a finish parade if I can find all my finishes. We had a little bit of some room rearrangements. My sons both shared a room, and then I had kind of a den craft room area, and we decided to give the boys their own room, so that means I don't have a craft room anymore. So all that stuff got thrown in boxes and stacked, and so now I have to decide how badly I want to find those finishes. So we'll see. All right, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you again later. Bye.